So today, I invite you to step into a great truth, a truth so powerful, it can reshape your entire world. Imagination creates reality. Economic awareness. Imagination is the creative force that shapes the structure of our lives. Every circumstance, every event, every relationship you encounter is a reflection of the images and ideas you consistently hold within yourself. The world you see around you is not happening to you by accident. It is being projected from within you, molded by the thoughts you accept as true and the feelings you nourish in the quiet of your own mind. Imagination is not a weak daydream. It is the master architect. Long before something appears in the physical world, it first takes form within you as an idea clothed in feeling. When you look at your life, what you are truly seeing is your consciousness objectified. If your inner conversations are filled with fear, doubt, and limitation, the outer world will obediently mirror back experiences that match those states. If instead you nurture thoughts of abundance, love, and success, life will respond with situations that confirm and amplify those inner states. The process is as natural and as automatic as planting a seed and watching it grow into a tree. The seed you plant within, whether positive or negative, must bear fruit according to its nature. This truth demands that you become deeply aware of what you are imagining. Idle thoughts are not idle at all. They are the builders of tomorrow's reality. It is not enough to merely wish for a better life. You must consistently dwell in the feelings of already having what you desire. You must walk by the inner vision rather than the evidence of the senses. The senses report only what the imagination has already decreed. By understanding and mastering this simple yet profound principle, you step into your true creative power, no longer a victim of circumstance, but the deliberate author of your destiny. To live in the end means to mentally and emotionally occupy the state of your fulfilled desire. It is not something you attempt to reach. It is something you inwardly accept as already accomplished. You do not concern yourself with how your desire will come to pass, nor do you wait for outer confirmation before feeling the joy of its completion. You close your eyes, quiet the noise of the world, and enter into a new reality by imagination. You see yourself already possessing what you long for, already being who you wish to become, already standing in the finished scene. You feel the satisfaction, the relief, the gratitude, as if your desire were not a future event, but a present reality. This act of inwardly assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled shifts your state of consciousness. Since life always expresses the contents of consciousness, the world must rearrange itself to match your new assumption. Living in the end does not mean fantasizing or hoping. It means fully accepting that your desire is now real within your mind and heart. Outer conditions may appear unchanged for a time, but you do not waver because you have already claimed the state internally, and what is claimed within must eventually be claimed without. When you live in the end, you no longer seek or strive. You rest in the knowing that it is done. The anxiety of when and how dissolves because you have stepped beyond time into the eternal present where your wish is already fulfilled. All action from this point flows naturally and effortlessly, inspired by the inner certainty of having already received. Living in the end is the bridge between the invisible and the visible, between desire and manifestation, between dream and reality. Feeling is the vital force that breathes life into your imaginings. Thought alone is like a shell without spirit, an empty form without the power to move into expression. It is feeling that fuses your inner pictures with creative energy, making them magnetic to the circumstances and experiences that match their vibration. When you imagine something and simultaneously feel its reality, you plant a living seed within your consciousness, a seed that must grow and mature into visible form. Without feeling, your imaginal acts remain powerless, mere mental exercises without the strength to alter the world around you. To merely think of a better life is not enough. You must feel yourself already in possession of it. You must feel the thrill of the achievement, the warmth of love, the freedom of success as if they were part of your everyday experience. This feeling anchors your vision into the depths of your being where all true creation begins. Emotion is the substance of belief. What you emotionally accept as true, you impress upon the deeper layers of yourself, and from there, it is projected outward as your reality. It is not necessary to force feeling or to pretend. It is a gentle assumption, a quiet inward knowing that what you have imagined is already yours. By relaxing into the feeling of fulfillment rather than striving for it, you allow your subconscious mind to accept it effortlessly. Repeatedly dwelling in the desired feeling strengthens the impression and accelerates its outpicturing in your world. Whenever you consciously marry your thoughts with feeling, you set in motion an unseen chain of events that will move all things necessary toward the realization of your dream. The secret is simple but profound. Feel it real. Your inner conversations are not idle chatter. They are creative acts that shape the very fabric of your life. Every word you speak silently to yourself is a seed planted in the fertile soil of consciousness, destined to grow and bear fruit in your external world. You may not always be aware of it, but you are constantly engaged in mental dialogue. And these internal conversations either affirm your desires or reinforce your fears. Life responds not only to your loud declarations, but more importantly, to the subtle, persistent whispers you hold within. If you consistently rehearse scenarios of failure, rejection, or struggle in your mind, you are unknowingly writing a script for those very experiences to unfold. The world cannot help but mirror back the dominant tone of your internal speech. Conversely, if you nurture inner conversations filled with success, joy, love, and fulfillment, you align yourself with the reality of those experiences. Your mind becomes the playwright and your life becomes the play, acting out every scene you have first imagined and spoken within yourself. To master your life, you must first master your inner speech. Listen carefully to what you are saying to yourself when you are alone, when you are faced with challenges, when you think about your future. If your inner words are at odds with your desires, you must revise them. Speak inwardly to yourself as one who already possesses the life you long for. Congratulate yourself on your success, comfort yourself in your abundance, and encourage yourself in your strength. Your inner conversations are always creating, always constructing. When you deliberately choose uplifting, confident, and loving dialogues within, you send out a silent but powerful command to the universe to shape your world accordingly. Your destiny is spoken into being from the inside out. Persistence in the assumption of your desired state is the great secret of successful manifestation. Once you have imagined and felt yourself to be in possession of your wish fulfilled, you must remain loyal to that state regardless of what the outer world shows. The temptation to measure progress by appearances is strong, but the senses are always reporting a past reality, a shadow of previous thoughts. They have no truth of their own unless you grant it to them. If you allow yourself to be discouraged or swayed by what you see, you uproot the seed you have planted and delay its growth. Persistence is a quiet inner certainty, a refusal to be moved by anything other than the conviction that what you have imagined is already yours. You walk in the world with the feeling of success, even if failure seems to surround you. You move through difficulties with the feeling of triumph, even if obstacles appear on every side. Your inner state remains unmoved because you understand that creation is finished the moment you accept it within. What follows in the world of form is simply the unfolding of that finished creation. You do not need to strain, force, or rush the process. You only need to persist. Each time doubt or fear attempts to creep in, you gently return to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You reaffirm your acceptance of the desired state, not by might, but by quiet, determined faith. Over time, persistence impresses your new state so deeply upon your subconscious that it must externalize itself as fact. The world reshapes itself around your unwavering inner reality. In this way, persistence becomes the bridge of events, carrying you naturally and inevitably from imagination to fulfillment. The law of imagination operates with perfect neutrality. It does not discriminate between what is considered good or bad, desirable or undesirable. It simply responds to the quality and intensity of your inner images and feelings, bringing into being whatever you most vividly and consistently accept as true. Just as the soil does not care whether you plant wheat or poison, the creative power within you gives form to both fear and faith with equal fidelity. It works impersonally, without regard for your hopes or doubts, only responding to the state you inwardly occupy. If you imagine lack, struggle, or failure with emotional intensity, you will bring those experiences into your world as surely as if you had imagined abundance, ease, and success. The law cannot be tricked or deceived. It mirrors back to you not what you wish for, but what you truly believe and feel. This is why it is so vital to become conscious of the inner assumptions you carry. Whether born of fear or faith, these assumptions are seeds sown in the invisible field of your mind, destined to manifest according to their kind. Understanding that the law is impersonal frees you from the idea of reward and punishment. Life is not happening to you because of some external force deciding your fate. It is happening through you, shaped by your own use of imagination. This realization places full responsibility and full creative power in your hands. You need not earn or beg for your desires. You simply need to align your inner world with the state you wish to experience, knowing that the law will faithfully bring forth whatever you have impressed upon it. Whether you imagine triumph or tragedy, the law will outpicture it without bias. For it is always true to the image you hold most vividly within. You're not here to struggle against life, but to create it. Within you lies the boundless power to imagine and feel into existence the life you truly desire. You are the dreamer and the dream made real. Choose this day to assume the highest for yourself. Dwell in the end. Feel it deeply, persist without doubt, and know with quiet certainty that what you dare to imagine and accept as true will move from the unseen into the seen. All things are possible to the one who dares to believe and believes from within.